Good morning and welcome to our channel, Real Men Talking. It's a place where we have conversations. There's really no experts in the room here. I go out on the streets every day. I engage with people. I see different people. We have conversations amongst men, and here we talk about men. We talk about relationship. We talk about marriage. We talk about raising children or parenting. We talk about divorce. It's a reality in our today's world, and so we talk about it. So while I was about last weekend, I met a young man, or I had a conversation on the phone actually with a young man who's been married for 10 years, and I asked him, what's your marriage dilemma in the course of the conversation? He said, his question is marriage overrated? And in our first video on this, we were able to establish that the other word or another statement we could use for that is marriage worth it? And we have said that marriage indeed is worth it, because for you to know whether marriage is worth it or not is to check what was the purpose of marriage. And I did mention that according to Miles Monroe, I might not be quoting him verbatim, he did say that the purpose of the abuse is inevitable when the purpose of a thing is not known. So for that reason, we're trying to establish or confirm what is the purpose of marriage. So what is the purpose of marriage? The purpose of marriage, I'm taking reference from the one I know, which is the Bible. I'm a Christian and I'm a male man. And the Bible says, let us make man was made. And then the Bible says, it's not good that man be alone. Let's make for him. And then that is it. It's not good that man be alone. So man needs companion. And then let's make him a helpmate. Let's make him a partner to help him, to support him. And then if you go further, it talks about multiply, which is procreation. Now those three are the basic we're just going to be staying with when it comes to marriage. So if this is the original purpose of marriage, let's look at it critically. Is there any part of those three that is no longer relevant today? Even though we're in a world where we use AI we can use AI for a lot of things. There are pleasure tools. There are different things, that will attempt to replace a man or replace a woman in our lives. So which part is wrong in those three things? I heard there's a community where maybe as if the community is gone dry because people are not giving birth. And then I know in some countries they encourage citizens to give birth, they pay them. And sometimes they encourage other people, they have immigration program to get people from other countries to come into their country because there is a population gap. Either they have a population of old people, and amongst those old people, a lot of them probably did not give birth, or a lot of them gave birth to just one. So at the end of the day, they now don't have young people to support the aging population. So they have all kinds of immigration schemes to get people from other countries to come work there or to come live there. So procreation is very important. So if you look at partnership, or we're saying someone a helpmate, every one of us need a helpmate. Now, can I pay for an executive assistant? Yes. But the executive assistant will come and do maybe help me with paperwork or help me with this or help me with that. And when they are done, they go. They are not my partner. A lot of the time, the executive assistant is not going to have children for you. In short, if you try to play, to be smart and play off the rules, you're going to be slammed with some kind of, you're going to be slammed with a lawsuit. Somebody's going to say assault. Somebody's going to say intimidation. Somebody's going to say abuse. Somebody's going to say, all kind of. Somebody could even say sexual harassment. So it's not your spouse, so he can't do for you what your spouse can do for you, or what he can do for you is limited compared or there are specifics that only your spouse can do for you. Now, so which means we truly need a partner that is unique, that is dedicated to just us. When we say now a companion, our companion is unique. It simply means of the over 7-8 billion or number of human beings on planet Earth, there is one person that we have chosen to be that person who should be with us, which is why before the words, as the world was changing, now a lot of people write vows, wedding vows, and the wedding vows is just them is a bit different from the one we used to read when they would say for better, for worse. So ordinarily, your spouse is supposed to be with you for better, for worse. But things have changed now. The vows that we now write, or some people now write, is just all poetic, all, just poetic, just poetry. And at the end of the day, a lot of them does not capture the fact that the person you're going to be getting married to or wedded to, there will be challenging situations. And as it is today, it's seems more a case of, if it is convenient, fine. If the marriage is still meeting my needs, I need, I stay. As long as it's tough, it's difficult, then I jump out of it, go have another companion, choose another relationship, choose another helpmate, and things like that. Yes, the world now, the world now permits it, as it were. But does any of these negate the fact that marriage is important? I don't think so. Marriage is still very important. Marriage is not overrated. Marriage is not unworthy. Marriage is worthy, and it is beautiful. Now, you will meet some people who have always had bad marriages, where maybe they were in an abusive relationship, and then you will meet some people who has not been able to get married yet. You meet some people who grew up in homes where the marriage was broken. You meet some people whose heart has been broken. People made them promises that they didn't keep. People, said they were going to be there and they were not there. People have deceived some people for personal gain of the things or things like that. So those are realities. But as much as those are realities, it does not negate the importance of marriage. And why do I do these videos really? Out there are a lot of noise. Now, in the traditional environment, we still see a lot of people married, living, and happy and pursuing dreams together. But I was saying I went shopping with my oldest son, who is going to be 21 in a few days. We went shopping. It was my shopping. And then I said to him, "Oh, what would you like?" I can't really see anything I fancy here. I don't shop. I've not shopped. He doesn't shop in the physical shop. He does his shopping online. He's been working for a long time now. He's never worked in an office. That is to tell you that the world has moved out of the physical space. And if you go to the physical, if you go off the physical space, a lot of the people who are louder in the physical space are people giving the impression that marriage is not worth it, giving the impression that marriage is overrated. And I'm saying, no, it's not overrated. It doesn't matter. I failed in my first marriage, but it doesn't mean that marriage is overrated. It's not. We need marriage. We need marriage for the society. Some countries are having to do immigration schemes to attract citizens from other countries to come to their country because people are not giving birth. And if you look at it, a lot of it in those countries, you have people with different ideas of marriage, practices. A lot of them, sometimes they get married and they don't have children. Now, mind you, it's not compulsory to even get married in the first place. It's not compulsory to have children in the first place. Those are your personal choices. I know we were saying, for those who are Christians, Apostle Paul did not marry, Apostle Paul did not have children. Jesus was on earth for about 33 years. He didn't marry, he didn't have children. So it's not compulsory that you should marry, maybe. But we're saying it doesn't negate the fact that marriage is still important. We need marriage for companionship. We need marriage for partnership and support and help. We need marriage for procreation. Now, all of these are the purposes for marriage. The challenges begin to come in when our ability to combine or to join another person to become married and pursue these three purposes or more is where the challenges come from. So there's nothing wrong with the marriage. It is the people who are doing marriage that probably have challenges in how they are doing it. Why do they have those challenges? Some of the reasons we have those challenges in marriage is one, a lot of us do not know that marriage is in seasons or life is in seasons. Just like some days you can be upset or bruised from work or something, whatever. So we can't really be all excited and happy all the time, not even when you're on drugs. Because even if you're on, some kind of substance, there will be a time that it's going to be cool. So you're not going to be hyper all the time. So in marriage, it's also like that. But what seems to happen is the time when in a season, our spouses are not being so nice, they are disappointing, they are upsetting, they are breaking our hearts and all that, we just jump out. Again, the other big thing is a lot of us, we do not recognize how important or the impact or the role or the influence of our individual different backgrounds. For someone who is raised from a home where both parents are together, they're living together, they're sharing together, they're practicing partnership, they're practicing support and help, they're practicing, or they're having children, or they are companions to each other. If you leave that kind of home, and then somebody else is coming from a single parentage home, two of you are going to see marriage differently. Now, if you're coming from one cultural background, the other person is coming from another cultural background, and you're deciding to get married together, you're going to have that conflict. There's going to be conflict of those, different background influences. If your financial background is different from my financial background, it's going to have a role in how our marriage life is going to be. If your education is different, my education is different, the reason why those conflicts actually happen in marriage, they come from the differences, our individual differences. And even then again, man is different from woman. If the man does not understand that the woman is different from him, and the woman does not understand that the man is different from her, the expectations of each other are going to be at odds. And a lot of the time, that is part of the problems of marriage or in marriages. And then, of course, you have other expectations. He doesn't give me gift. He doesn't tell me he loves me. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. All those are those behavioral, mostly behavioral issues. Or you grew up in a home where your father is beating your mom or your mom is beating your father, and now you are going to a marriage. You still want to be married to fulfill the original purpose of marriage, but you carry that baggage. You think the way to get a woman to listen or to cooperate is by beating or by hitting her, or you think the way to get a man online is by starving him sexually. So these are the differences that sometimes make, and of course you have the economy of life today. Now, some people think my wife is only supposed to help me in a certain way. But we have also said the woman needs to go to school. Now she has gone to school, she's a professor, she's going to earn money. But the thing is the money going to be for the house, or is the money going to be hers? Will the man be able to cope with her earning or so much money? Or will the woman be able to cope? So all those differences are where the challenges in marriage come. Otherwise, marriage is a good thing. And if you ask me, it is still the best relationship ever that anybody can have. Marriage is worth it.